Alright, so going to try and redo the Book of Mormon readings. I'm going to start again, and I'll start from the title page. The Book of Mormon, an account written by the hand of Mormon, upon the plates taken from the plates of Nephi. Wherefore, it is an abridgment of the record of the people of Nephi, and also of the Lamanites, written to the Lamanites who are a remnant of the house of Israel, and also to the Jew and Gentile, written by way of commandment, and also by the spirit of prophecy and revelation, written and sealed up and hidden up unto the Lord, that they might not be destroyed, to come forth by the gift and power of God unto the interpretation thereof, sealed by the hand of Moroni, and hid up unto the Lord, to come forth in due time by the way of the Gentile, the interpretation thereof by the gift of God. An abridgment taken from the book of Ether also, which is a record of the people of Jared, who were scattered at the time of the Lord confounded the languages of the people, when they were building a tower to get to heaven, which is to show unto the remnant of the house of Israel what great things the Lord hath done for their fathers, and that they may know the covenants of the Lord, that they are not cast off forever, and also to the convincing of the Jew and Gentile that Jesus is the Christ, the eternal God, magnifying himself unto all nations. And now, if there are false, they are the mistake of men. Wherefore, condemn not the things of God, that ye may be found spotless at the judgment seat of Christ. Translated by Joseph Smith Jr. A little bit different. What I'm going to do this time reading through is describe what we've read. So on this title page, it talks about how the Book of Mormon is an abridgment of the record of the people of Nephi. So each of the prophets, during this time frame, during the 1200 years or so that the Book of Mormon takes place, they each kept records, and Moroni compiled all these records together, or I guess Mormon did. Moroni wrote the last of the books, but Mormon took all these plates and compiled them all together, and compiled them into what we know as the Book of Mormon. It was written to the Lamanites, and so the generations of the Native Americans from the time frame. So probably what we know of today as the Native Americans and the different tribes. And they are also a house of Israel. It's also written to the Jew and the Gentile. So all the generations and to the whole world. It was a commandment to write these plates and to keep a record, just like we are asked today to keep journals and that of our own personal history. As Moroni was about to be killed, he buried these plates, which is why it says written and sealed up and hid, that they might not be destroyed. And so Moroni buried them, and then Joseph Smith was told where these were buried, and he went and dug them up. And then he translated them. There's also an earlier book, it's towards the end of the Book of Mormon, but it was written earlier, called the Book of Ether. We know in the Bible it talks about this tower to heaven that individuals were trying to build to get up there and take over heaven, and the Lord sent an earthquake and destroyed the tower, and also confounded the languages of the people, mixed up the languages, in other words. And when that happened, Ether and brother Jared and that made barges and sailed across the ocean. Book of Mormon is a record of and a testimony of Christ, and all the pages are written to testify of Jesus Christ. There may be errors in the writings and there may be errors in the translations, but they are all a testimony and a testament of Christ. And the mistakes, as it said, are of men and not of Christ. So that is what the title page is all about.